Seamus choked. Don't be so sure, said Laka, waggling a finger knowing the Seamus. Devilish cheeky little blank as they can be. The pixies were licked and blue in the body tinges high, but pointy faces and voices so shrill it was ring-whisting to like the budgies are green. The moment the cover would be moved, these naughty jabbering and locating aloud, rocking the bars and making the sad faces of the people nearest them. Right down, Laka said loudly. Let's see what you make of them. And he opened the cage. It was pandemonium. The pixies shot in every direction like rockets, took them never by the ears and licked them into the air. Separate shots straight through the windows, sharing the back wall with broken glass. The last pixies like the classroom more effectively than the rampaging liner. They grabbed informers, sprayed the class, made them sharing the books and papers, their pictures from the walls, up into the wastebasket, grabbed bags and books, threw them out of the smashed window. Within minutes, half the class was shattering on the desk. A neighbor was swinging from the iron chandelier with the ceiling. Hello now, round them up, they're only pixies, Laka shouted. You know this pea, Francis won the balloon. Pesky Pipsy, Pastor Nomi. Did absolutely no effect. One of the pixies seizes one the trade out the window too. Laka carved and died onto his own desk, narrowly avoiding being squashed by a neighbor who fell a second later as the chandelier gave way. But there one, it was a mad rush toward the exit. The relative calmly followed. Laka stepped enough close by the Perillo and Hermione, who were most at the door, and said, Well, I want you three to just make the last step back to the egg cage. He swept past them and shut the door quickly behind him. Can you believe him? Lowered down as one of the remaining pixies bit him painfully on the air. He just wants 60% hands-on experience, said Hermione, immobilizing the pixies at once with a clever freezing charm and sprang them back to their cage. Hands-on, said Harry, who was trying to grab a pixie dancer out of reach with his kanga. Hermione, he didn't have a clue what he was doing. Rubbish, said Hermione. You read his books. Look, those amazing things he stuff. He is dead. He's the Lumbertooth. Chapter 7, Mukbangs and Vermis. I just spent a lot of time in the next few days touching up outside whenever Sir Gilderoy Laka coming down a column. Had to a boy who was calling creepy, who seemed to memorize every schedule. Nothing seemed to get coming to pick up Trident to say, Why, Harry? 6 or 7 times a day, and yet, Hello, Carrie, back. However, exasperated Harry sounded when he said it. Harry was still angry with Harry about the disastrous Graziani, and Lon's one was still malfunctioning, supporting itself on calling money by shooting out lungs and the child, and letting tiny purposely blink with scare between the eyes, creating a large, throbbing green boy with a teeth struck. So wanting another, Harry was quite glad to reach the weekend. He, Ron, and Hermione were planning to visit Hagrid on Saturday morning. Harry, however, was shaken awake several hours earlier than Northern Lights by Oliver Wood, captain of the group in the Quidditch team. What's the matter? Said Harry groggily. Quidditch practice, said Lon. Come on. Harry scanned at the window. There was a dim message across the pink and gold sky. Harry was awake and couldn't understand how it could snap through the wicket the birds were making. Oliver, Harry cried, it's a crack of dawn. Exactly, said Ed. He was a tall and barely 6 years, and at the moment his eyes were gleaming with a crazed enthusiasm. It's part of our new training program. Come on, grab your throat. Let's go, said Ed heartily. Not the other teams has nothing training yet. We're going to be first up the march this year. Yawning and shivering slightly, Harry climbed up bed and tried to find his Quidditch rules. Good now, said Ed. Meet you in the period in 15 minutes. When he found his cousin Tim rose and put on his club rooms, asked Kirby the note to Ron explaining where he's come and when does a spider staircase to the common room. His name was 2000 on his shoulder. He just reached the Potter home, and there was a clock behind him, and Colin Quimby came dashing down the spiral staircase, his camera swinging metal on his neck, and something crossing his head. I heard someone saying your name on the stage, Harry. Look what I got here. I had it developed. I wanted to show you. Harry looked bemusingly at the photograph Colin was bandaged under his nose. A moving raccoon like Laka was talking hard on the lawn. Harry recognized as his own. He was pleased to see that his photographic son was putting up a good fight and refusing to be dragged into view. As Harry watched, Laka gave up and slumped, panting against the wires of the picture. Will you sign it? Said Colin eagerly. No, said Harry pluckily, glancing around. He checked out the lawn was nearly deserted. So be Colin, I'm in a hurry. What is practice? He climbed through the potted floor. Oh, wow! Wait for me. I am the one that couldn't skim before. Colin scrambled through the hole up to him. Rebelliously purring, Harry said quickly, but Colin ignored it, his face shining with excitement. You were the youngest house bear in 100 years, weren't you, Harry? What you? Said Harry, trotting alongside him. You must be Lillian. I never broom. It's easy. Inside your own broom. Is that the best one there is? Harry didn't know how to get Little Broom. It was like having an extremely talkative shadow. I don't really understand Quidditch, said Colin breathlessly. Is it true there are four board and two of them playing around, trying to nab it up them brooms? Yes, said Harry, believing trying to explain the complicated rules of Quidditch. That core bludgers. There were two pitches on each team who carried clubs to beat the bludgers away from the side. Couldn't just whistling and making the pitches. I won't be audible, Caroline asked, stepping down a couple of steps because she was gazing up at Master Terry. Where the corporal, that's the biggest red one, is the one the scored. 3 chisels on each thing, throw the corporal to each other, and try again to throw the corpus at the end of the pitch. The 3 long poles with hoops on the end, and the purple is the golden snake, said Harry, and it's very small, very fast and difficult to catch. But that's what the secret's got to do, because the game of Quidditch doesn't end until the stage has been cooled, and whichever team